Hello and welcome to your opportunity to grow not only as a gamer but actually as a human being. You get to learn different insights, wisdom, and techniques to help you feel more aligned, centered, and grounded within your body, within your emotions, and within your mind. Hello, my name is Stella, and I'm excited to take you along on this journey. Together to explore the world of energy. So, very welcome to this energy masterclass, which I have a bit of a focus on the female energy, but this is really for anyone who's interested, not even gamers, but overall interest in energy medicine, and how to utilize, get aware of their own energy to use it for the highest potential. So, about me, I'm a Qi Gong teacher. And I also have experience within the esports scene, and right now I'm super passionate about bringing those two worlds together and creating something extraordinary new. So, yeah, my intentions is especially for the females to empower the women, tap into the female power through our passion, and to come together and support each other along this journey. So, we are consisting of three parts: the mind, the body, and the spirit. Those three energies. And in the middle, we can see this is our potential. However, nowadays, we tend to have an imbalance in these three parts. For example, a lot of attention to the mind and less attention to the others, which results in a diminishing of our potential. So, what I am teaching is how to create a more balance, how to increase your potential as a human being. And this is correlated to the three Dantien, it's called in Chinese medicine. And these are the three energy centers of your body, of your energy field, which are corresponding to yin and yang. It all comes down to simplicity. So the upper Dantien is the mental energy center, the middle Dantien is the emotional energy center, and the lower Dantien is the physical energy center. And we're always working with those three. However, there is a difference between man and woman, and we can already see it on the body structure itself. For women, we have more energy here with our breasts, while men have more bulging right down there. So meaning corresponding on how it affects our energies is that for the woman we from the natural state have more energy within our emotional center. Simply, we have more mass here, and that is a reflection of how the energy works within our bodies. And we have less energy in the lower Dantien in general. And for men, it's the opposite. So they have more energy on the lower Dantien, less energy within the heart center. So what does it mean? For the woman, it means we tend to feel ungrounded a lot. So we tend to get overly emotional or even get stuck in our emotions and thoughts because we tend to move our energies upwards but not stay that grounded. However, we do have the positive side of it, which means we are more powerful as an emotional being and our intuition is stronger, our psychic knowing is stronger. And that's just how nature has made us. And for men, they are, well, sometimes they are thinking with their dick, and this is part of how the energy is responding. But the positive aspect of that is also they usually feel more grounded. And this is how nature made us. We, men and women, we are made to come together to balance each other out. And especially here in this workshop, I want to dive deeper, especially into how to bring about harmony within the female energy system. However, this information is not only female exclusive, so It's just a recommendation of how to bring about more awareness mm, into our energy body. So our emotions, especially for women, they can become our strength, our extra energy, and our intuitive knowing. However, we in society, in school, from our parents, we do not get taught how to deal with our emotions. And this is part of our learning process when we get older to learn and grow with our emotions, and that these emotions are part of our human existence. And they're actually super, super key into making life worth living because we have emotions. And that's so special about being human, and all emotions are valid. So, how to deal with emotions? This is a very uh, key element. Being aware of all your emotions and being able to manage them effectively will give you the greatest performance on your emotions. And this is really key, especially for performance esports players. All that you see is so important that they have a high emotional intelligence. Because without, they won't be functioning in a team, they won't be the top players. And especially for women, it is even more intense because we have more emotions. But this is also where a lot of our potential lies. So, how to deal with in 3 steps. First step, awareness. I recognize what I feel, and I maybe can even locate it or give it a certain uh, energy or color or whatever it is. Just becoming aware. Second step, acceptance. I accept this feeling, I allow it. It is okay that I feel this emotion. And this is really important because often we tend to suppress, we tend to distract ourselves. But this creates more resistance, and in the end, it just intensifies the emotion and will overflow at some point in maybe a not so nice way. So, acceptance is really, really key, and it's also a learning process to accept deeper and deeper these emotions that we have, even though they feel uncomfortable. So, once we've accepted them, we can find a healthy way to express them. For example, talking to a trusted person, journaling, creative abilities, physical abilities, any way that helps you move this energy. Energy always wants to move, and emotion is emotion, energy in motion. And the more we help to move this energy, the more we can let go, the more we can come back to harmony. So, just considerations, consider exploring the source of your emotions, and this may take some time, maybe months or years, to really understand where this emotion are coming from. And that also is helpful with therapy, for example, diving deeper into traumas and all of that. Having compassion for yourself in this process, engaging in self-care, super important. Learning to love yourself, take care of yourself, and allow yourself to be human. So, also in general, for women, it's important to strengthen, not only for women, also for men, but for women even more. It's important to uh, strengthen the lower Dantien, the grounding abilities. So, how can you get more into your body? And these are just some examples. I won't dive too deep into that. It's just an overall idea to get you inspired. So, another thing that might inspire you is 3 things I personally connect to every day to come into my body to help this alignment process. And the first thing is breath. The Chinese word qi, which is used for energy, Qi Gong is energy work, but it also translates to breath, air. So, quite literally, how well you're breathing is corresponding to your energy, corresponding to your nervous system, how much oxygen, how much energy you take in. So, this is a really key part to um, get yourself more into your body, have more energy throughout the day, just reconnecting to the natural breath. Next thing is the spine, which in Qigong we call it the highway of Qi. Everything in your body, all the organs, muscles, tendons, neurons, everything is connected to this center line. So when you move just from the center line, opening, twisting, shaking, whatever it is, your spine is the highway of your energy, of your chi. So just moving it, working with it, can also have massive improvements of your overall health and well-being. And for me, this has become nowadays a quite natural part of my intuition, my bodily intuition. I don't even need to think about a certain movement or practice to do, but my body will just guide these little spinal movements all by itself, because this is where the we can reconnect to the wisdom, the intelligence of nature that is always here, that is always present. And this law of harmony, we just need to allow to let us be guided by it. Next thing is the hips, which I also call like all the whole lower Dantien area. And this is your foundation. This is where your spine is connected. This is where you're connected to the earth. This is your center of gravity. And when your center of gravity is out of whack, then many other things in your body are out of whack. Talking from experience here. So especially when you're sitting a lot and within the esports environment or game development, whatever it is, moving, strengthening, opening this area can have massive improvements. So you as a woman are energetically stronger than a man. Why? Can you guess it? Well, one part is we have more emotions. We have more energy in that area. But also, just to get you a little inspiration, why this is true. It is our womb space. Why? Well, even if we as women don't decide to have children, we still have this energy of creating life within us. And this energy is really powerful. Once we cleanse all the trauma that we hold down there and work through it and reconnect to this intense power we hold, many new things will be possible. The intentional mind. So talking now about the upper Dantien. In Qigong called the Yi, the intentional mind, which also translates to listening with your heart. Where awareness goes, energy flows. So wherever you have your intention, this is where the energy moves. Our focus and our belief systems, which even may date back to early childhood, create our reality. And it's a process of becoming aware, refocusing, finding out what is really going on within our mind, because our mind is super, super powerful in creating our life. So just a question for you. How can you find more peace and calm in your everyday life? How can you create more clarity in a world of overstimulation? How can you live your life more intentionally? And now we're coming to the team harmony. How to bring everybody on the same frequency. So first of all, something I want to mention about judgment, because this is a natural part of being a human. And also within the esports environment, we need judgment to become better. But especially as a team or giving feedback to one another, there's unhealthy judgment and healthy judgment. So unhealthy would be I'm stupid, I'm shit, you're shit, it's the enemy's team's fault, external fault. Healthy judgment would be I have made a mistake, it's okay to make mistakes, how can I learn from it, I take responsibility. I have the power to choose how I respond. This is very important. This is destructive feedback and this is constructive feedback. So you can decide, do you want to help your team or do you want to hinder your team with based on how you are making the judgment on yourself and on others. And this also takes time, right? To create a more healthy mindset. So diminishing mindset and a growth mindset. And of course, this has also to do with mental health issues, which is quite a common thing in our nowadays society and also especially within the gaming environment. And for me personally, what I found out, and maybe it will help you too, a lot of mental health issues are related to one thing: safety. Not feeling safe in any way. In this pattern may date back to childhood, may back to experiences you've had with other people. So just a general thing, I won't dive too deep into it. How can you create the feeling of safety within yourself or within a team? Just an open question, but I probably in future I will talk more deeply about it. And here just an inspiration for growth mindset, important for your mental health and for the team environment. So you can consider creating intentions and goals, celebrating the small goals and lowering the expectations, self-observation, mindfulness, meaning also non-judgment observation, seeing how it is, and also learning to let go. Life happens and we can either swim against the current or learn how to surf. So this is quite a key aspect, not only in esports, but I think with life itself, having process-oriented goals are better than result-oriented goals. Important for your mental health, which can be, for example, in an esports environment, having process-oriented goals of communication, tactics, refragging, being more calm, more focused, the hype within the team, having more fun, and so on and so forth. Rather than, saying, oh, we need to win this game because it's so important, and we be all disappointed and be angry at each other. But this does not have to be when we set the tone right from the start with process-oriented goals. And then we can celebrate and just have fun together. So goal setting is an important element, within the professional esports environment. Consider creating personal and team goals, scrim goals, daily goals, weekly, monthly goals, not only for a team, but maybe also for yourself, and review and refine these goals and celebrate the goals. Having some positive reaffirmation of what you're doing is working. And now the power of the circle. And this has been quite transformative topic in my personal life, is that we as humans, we have gathered together around the fire, made a circle, gathered our tribe, and in these circles we shared our experiences, our wisdom, our stories, and these circles are what has been the foundation of our human society, our tribes, and how we live together in harmony by having these circles and coming together. And this principle can also be translated to nowadays requirements, whether it is a company, a esports team, whether it is a community. And here I want to give you an inspiration of how a circle can work. So step one would be everybody gathers. And if you're online, for example, on Discord, it will also help to have the camera on so you can see each other and really listen to each other. So what's the topic of today? So it can be what are our goals? How is everybody feeling today? And this is very important that only one talks one by one everybody listens. You can imagine having like a talking stick and giving it around, and only the one who's having the stick is allowed to talk, and everybody generally listens. And then, after everybody has spoken, you can either do another round, or you can have an open discussion about what has been said. So, for example, a weekly round of check-in, a round of compliments, so important, especially in like a negatively charged, uh, judgmental environment, which esports tend to sometimes go into. Um, but also a round of just sharing feelings, or round of sharing personal and team goals. Very important that everybody keeps track of each other, and maybe you can even empower each other on the personal goals, and discussing maybe on how to create more fun. But that's really a very, can also integrate it into your family, having these circles, and then you can really feel and sense for yourself, this is very humane, very transformative, very ancient, very connecting. So, yeah, deep understanding each other's needs and building stronger trust in relationships. That's what it comes down to. And the most powerful thing about a circle is that while there is a lead facilitator or space holder, we are all the leaders. And this is especially in the esports environment, where even in the professional teams, often egos clash against each other. Um, and it's totally normal because in esports, you need to have an ego, you need to know what you're doing. But especially these circles can help that everybody sees on eye level with one another. And that can create very nicely a better harmony within the team. And in esports, there's even something already happening called emptying the backpack sessions, which professional teams have been integrating about every 2 weeks, that the whole team meets up and they empty their backpack, meaning anything they have been carrying around these 2 weeks and just haven't had the opportunity to say or to process. These emptying the backpack sessions are what many say is really key for helping the whole team environment. But here's also important, for example, when you do make rules, for example, when you say something that has been bothering you about someone, and then it's helpful, for example, to have the rule to also say two positive things about the person. So these sessions don't twist into negative spirals. That's very important. So always maybe have even a mediator. I can also offer myself for doing that, as I have had experience with that. Um, and yeah, to keep it a growth environment and not a diminishing environment, especially in these emptying the backpack sessions. So just now a little nudge, a little inspiration, the power of your intuition. And especially when you are a woman, your intuition is much stronger than men. And you can utilize it and dive deeper into it, and maybe even can use it in your esports performance. So, intuition, telepathy, psychic knowing, it's all real. It's a muscle and you can train. I've had psychic training myself before, and I'm very very curious about how far it can go. When everybody is on the same wavelength and synced in, a whole new way of playing the game can occur. And this is my own intuition about it, on that we haven't fully tapped into our full potential in our intuition side. And once we do, I believe a whole new way, yeah, of communicating, of playing, of being um, together can occur. And if you happen to be a Counter Strike player and is interested in trying out these psychic trainings within Counter Strike, let me know. I'm looking for some people to experiment with within the game Counter-Strike. So just an inspiration of what you can do before the game. If there's, for example, an important game coming up, you can trick your brain from going from I'm nervous to I'm excited. Even though if you feel nervous, you can shift it into something positive once you shift your mindset. It's even strategy followed by pros. But also important to realize what type of person are you? Are you uh, are you more the introverted or extroverted type? Do you need to relax more or energize more before the game? Um, but in general, I can recommend to relax, get centered, and tap into your intuitive power. And also, very important, get everyone checked in. How can you all connect before a game? And this can be as simple as just taking 3 deep breaths together. Having everybody synced up in any way, maybe, I don't know, having a song together, dancing together, whatever it is, having Qi Gong together. This helps really for the overall team energy to connect better. Exactly. And reiterate our process oriented goals, having our focus clear. So, this was it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it was insightful for you. I do have a Ko-Fi page where you can work with me if you would like. Or if this was helpful, it's also the opportunity to donate. But I'm very happy to share this information more and more. I will have future workshops about more and more topics. This is just some examples. But I'm very, this fire inside me is rising to really share all these experiences, wisdom that I've gathered over many years, and to put this energy into this beautiful gaming community where my personal heart belongs to, where there are so many beautiful people, and I feel with sharing these insights, I can even create a greater harmony within the whole esports and gaming environment for everyone. So thank you very much, and enjoy life to the fullest.